Good evening. This is Brian Shannon from Alpha Trends Blogspot. It's October 10th, 2006. And let's go ahead and take a look at some stock ideas for tomorrow. Just to make clear where we are with the market is a little extended here. I've got the NASDAQ 100 on the screen right now. It's just hugging this upper trend line that I drew in there and really in a nice little channel. So it's extended, but we've had some great plays on the upside. I continue to believe that, it's a stock picker's environment always. So keep your eye tomorrow, though, on about the 41.20, 41.25 level. Breaking below there, we could be in for a little bit more of a pullback. And then probably these longs aren't going to be working as great as they have been. So let's take a look at some ideas. Bruker BioSciences, BRKR is the symbol. Looking at a daily chart, you can see it's near highs. This weekly chart's definitely bullish. We have to really look at a monthly time frame and back this thing up in time to see where this stock has the potential to go. And I think that it's about due for a rally up towards $8.50 to $9 a share. Let's just call it 8.5 to be conservative as far as an upside target goes. And on a 10-minute time frame, you can see it's kind of been a little bit of a mess in here recently. But I think that breaking past $7.50 a share ought to get the buyers back and control this stock. And that's where I'm probably going to be looking to buy it. And I'd put my stop at about $7.24. So risking about 26 cents for the potential opportunity to see the stock up near $8.50, or to risk a quarter for every dollar, a 1-to-4 risk-reward ratio. Next up, I want to take a look at IWOV. This is Interwoven. IWOV, you can see here on the weekly time frame, just like the last one, a lot of good breakouts in the market based on longer-term time frames. So let's change the scaling here, take a look at the significance of where we've just broken past and where I think the stock has the potential to go, which is up near about $13 a share. We'll start with our target first for IWOV, and let's drill down to a 10-minute time frame and say if the stock can get above $11.76, then I'd look to be a buyer of this stock, and I'd put my stop at $11.68. So not really risking too much for a target up near $13 a share. And again, risk is what you make it. Once you get involved in these stocks, the ideas become your own. So be sure to, check these numbers and say, hey, does it make sense at that level, or do I want to try it at a different level? Because the next stock we're going to look at is one we got shaken out of today because I had inadvertently said buy it above 903 when it really probably should have been above this high right here, which is 905. So I'm going to revisit this stock and say if we can get this stock to trade above $9.05, I'll buy it, put my stop again at the same place where I had it today, which is about $8.90, and still looking for an upside target in OPSW of $10 a share. And you can see on a weekly time frame that getting above that level would put the stock at all-time highs. So let's see what can happen. That's what I think is a conservative estimate as far as where it can go. RealNetworks, RNWK, breakout here. We caught that the other day, so that's been a nice trade. Looking at a longer-term time frame, I think the stock has the potential to make it up to about $13 a share. So our target is $13 a share on RNWK, and here's how I'm most likely going to play the stock. I buy it above about $11.45. My stop would then go at about $11.22, and I'm looking for a target, like I said, up near about 13. At the end of this video, I've got two more thinly traded stocks that hopefully can continue to give us some of these outsized gains that we've seen in these little stocks recently, so be sure to stick around. Aspen Technology, symbol AZPN. This stock, as you know, I've been targeting this on the short side here for the last couple weeks, and it broke down very nicely here on a big increase in volume. Subsequent to that, it's rallied up on light volume. It's finding resistance potentially at this prior level of support, and also that's where it meets the declining 10-day moving average, which in my mind makes it a good place to look for another entry on the short side. What I'd like to see it do is get below this low right here. This is $9.88. I'm going to look to sell the stock short below 988, put my stop up above about 1005, and I'm looking for a retest of the $9 level. So risking, looking for about 85 cents of opportunity and risking a little bit less than 20 cents a share on AZPN. Next up, we've got Red Hat, which had a disaster over here. It looked like it was breaking out, fooled a lot of people in there, I think. Fortunately, I wasn't one of them. And again, this just points out that you don't buy breakouts after they've already had such a long rally from 22 bucks up to 26. Where has it come from? Where does it have the potential to go to? Well, then it broke down, and we on big volume. Obviously, had to have been some kind of news, I would think. And now the stock is looking vulnerable again. Looking here at the 10-minute time frame, let's just change this scaling, see what's going on in here, and you can see that this stock right now is still holding along this uptrend line. And for some reason, sometimes my lines don't show. I don't get that. Anyway, you can't see that line, but imagine a line going from here up through there. It's holding above that level. So what I'd like to do would be to sell the stock short on weakness below $21.50. Below $21.50, I'd like to sell this stock short, set my stop at about $21.82. And I'm looking for the stock to move back down towards about $20 a share, maybe 20.5, somewhere, maybe 20.25. We could officially call the target. The two thinly traded stocks that I want to look at tomorrow are NuVasive, symbol NUVA. You can see this stock here, average daily volume is just 277,000 shares, but it's holding up very nicely up near these highs. Looks like if it can break past here, it's an all-time high territory, and you might be able to see the stock really continue to go. I'd like to see a little bit of a pullback, maybe towards 21.05, and then buy some strength. Worst case stop, I think, goes below this level here at about $20 and let's just call it 85 cents, below 20.85. No specific recommendation for the entry there, though. That's going to be up to you. These thinly traded stocks, it's just too difficult to provide advice. Next, Vimco Vimicro International, VIMC. You can see it was an IPO back here last year. It distributed, declined. Now it looks like it's going sideways. I think you can make it maybe up towards that 200-day moving average up near 13.25, and you can see a nice little consolidation here, above this prior level of resistance, acting as support in there now. And on a 10-minute time frame, it might take a move past about 12 and a dime to get this thing moving again.